Yo, what's up? Welcome to the show, Anastasia. As you know, this is on Javohn Wants to Know, and I'm glad that you decided to, come on here with me and have this little conversation. So, tell everybody who you are and what are you about?
Yes, first of all, I want to thank you for this opportunity. It's very exciting and very great to be talking with you today. So, I'm Anastasia. I kind of wear different hats. You know me as a model and content creator. I have been doing runway modeling for over a year now. I also do some participate in different photo shoots, some commercial shoots. I also do user-generated content. So this is one hat. The second hat, I have a marketing agency. So it's a marketing consultant and sustainability consulting agency called Story Current. And I work with different brands like innovation tech companies, as well as fashion, entertainment industry companies. So I help them with my team. We help them create high value storytelling and content that helps them grow. And my third hat is I'm also a certified yoga and meditation teacher. So I've been teaching for over 6 years now, both group classes and private classes. And I'm currently building an online platform. It's like a health and wellness platform to make yoga practices, meditation, and mindfulness more accessible to people. So just a blend of different interests, different activities. I used to work in a corporate world, so now I'm on my own, just exploring and enjoying this freedom, freedom of expression.
Yeah, that's great. Wow, okay, so I caught that. You worked in the corporate world, and now
Right.
you're in working for yourself pretty much, right? Okay,
Correct.
so. How was that transition? Because I mean, I've went through it, so I wanted to see if it's similar. Like, how was that transition and the difference there?
Yeah, so the transition kind of happened unexpectedly from like the logical perspective, but from like I guess non-logical perspective, everything happens for the highest good. So the company I used to work for, applied for bankruptcy. So we all unfortunately lost the jobs formally, but then it opened up a possibility to either join another corporate company or start something on my own. But because I've been doing marketing for so long, I've been basically doing it for over a decade now. And I had some network, opportunities. Basically, I knew people who were looking for marketing services. I decided, why not? Why don't I work on my own? Plus, I've been teaching yoga for many years already. So I've been doing something on my own anyways, but then I thought I need to utilize my skills to help more companies, not just one company where I have a boss. So, yeah, I believe everything kind of unfolds for the highest good, and it happened to me. So now I'm self-employed. Yes. So is it similar to your story, or it was your like mindful decision? Now I want to start working on my own.
It was kind of a little bit of both because I used to work for a pretty large Latin broadcast company as their senior web director, and it got to a point where I was like, "Yo, y'all should pay me more," and they were like, it's gonna be a recession." I was like, "Y'all got the money, right?" And then I decided to, say, "Hey, I'm gonna take this to, smaller businesses and do what I do for this big company. I'll do it for smaller businesses." So I got clients and all that. End up opening the office. A whole year later, it was a recession.
Oh
They were
yeah.
right. I was like, ugh. So I had to revamp the whole business, but I never gave up and I kept doing it. But then I ended up getting into teaching too because I felt, it was good to give back and then it sharpened my tools, as far as me working as a business person and teaching it, I had to be on top of it. So we're kind of similar in that way. It's just going from the corporate world into your own business. Though teaching is a job, it's like my side job, to be honest. What I do now, creative things is how I pretty make most of my money anyway.
Wow, thank you for sharing. It's very beautiful and it's very encouraging and empowering.
Okay. No, you're the one that's encouraging, because you're doing marketing. you're doing teaching yoga and you're modeling. Now, how does that all fit together? Like how and how the like how does that help modeling if that's even possible?
Yeah, so I feel like it kind of blends together very well, at least for me, because I've always been a curious person, interested in learning new skills, trying new things in life. So if looking at my education, I changed different kind of educational paths. I was in international relations, in ecology, then economics, and then in social entrepreneurship. So it's been quite a ride in every single way from career to education. So I feel like it blends well because it's all about creativity, it's all about expression, whether it's self-expression through the content I create, or it's me supporting different beautiful minds with their projects and services and products they're putting out there, how to make the story that will resonate with our target customers. So it's all about creativity. It's all about also authenticity because, like whether I teach yoga or I'm modeling, I'm trying to kind of translate who I am through the actions I do. I know when you model, it's a specific brand, it's a specific style that you should present, but still every model is very unique.
Sure.
And every person is very unique. Everyone has their own beauty, their own energy. So it adds to that. So it's a mix. And I feel like it's both creativity and authenticity and expression, which is present throughout every activity I do. And that's what I like about it.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds really good. Now I see that it seems like it's a lot of stuff though. Like to people that's on the outside, and I trust me, I'm right with you. People that's on the outside looking in, like, wait, you do all this, you got a lot of things going on. How do you, and this is the question they ask you all the time, right? How do you find the time? You know, are you tired? You know, how is that for you?
Uh, Thank you for this question. I wouldn't say I'm tired, only because I know the practical tools that help me restore my energy. And that goes back to yoga, to meditation, to that platform I'm building. So that's one thing. So I know different practices that are helpful. Even like a little practice, like to meditate for 10 minutes before you go to sleep, or to set up like intention for the day, or just enjoy tea. So it's like there are different ways of how to help yourself stay effective even if you are busy, but also staying connected to yourself and not being stressed out. But also, what I like about the agency, it's about the team, it's about being able to delegate, it's about trusting, it's about connection, it's about building this trust, which it's another part of what I love about the work I do, whether it's modeling or teaching or marketing, the
Okay.
communication part of it and trust that you build with people.
Okay, yeah, definitely builds a lot of trust, especially if you yoga and you got me bending my arm all backwards and stuff like that.
Yes, trusting yourself and trusting others. Yes, and your body. Yes.
Okay, well, let's switch it up a little bit. I want to ask you a question. In this world and environment of life, you've been a woman. How is it for you being a woman in today's society?
Yeah, that's a very good question as well because it's interesting. I think no one has ever asked me that question before.
Really?
So I feel like it's both very encouraging, empowering, but also challenging. Challenging a little bit because currently there are some expectations about a woman being successful, but also being kind of nourishing and feminine, but also reach goals and achieve goals. So it's kind of like how do you successfully blend career and family and kids and everything. So this balance kind of is expected naturally, but it's not something that we are born with. It's something we learn how to balance. This like basically, I believe every woman, like every man, we have like masculine and feminine traits. So being a woman nowadays, especially when we combine career and family, is about how effectively we combine those traits or like those energies together. So I feel it's a little bit challenging, but at the same time, it's really empowering because now we have the opportunities to actually shape our voices and share what we believe in, our values, and define what this new feminine energy is, which is both very powerful and soft at the same time.
Yeah. But that's a great answer. I like that. I like that you said when you said the masculine and feminine energy, that's been like well buzz, for the last like 4 or 5 years, probably even longer. But as far as people talking about it within the same sex having both energies, and what I hear is you said that basically there has to be a balance. And I do see some people, I guess, like they're not balancing well.
It
But
takes some time to kind of connect with those energies, and also I believe it's important to so there are like how to say like maybe you've heard like God goddess energies like something like very kind of high
yeah,
I guess value, quality, energy, or representation of like masculine and feminine. So
yeah,
that takes time to connect with and actually open and grow. And it's like very symbolic terms or like metaphorical, but it does take time. So whether if someone isn't doing it well now, there are many, many opportunities or tools, like if they want to do it, how to do that better in the future.
nice. Okay. All right, I got another question for you. Tell us, what are you passionate about? And now I know you talked about a lot of things, and that's why this question has to be asked because we want to narrow it down and get into you. Like, what is your passion?
Yeah, I would say I have a couple of different passions. What I really love is, well, first, I love helping people connecting to themselves, like the true, authentic selves, because nowadays there are many concepts out there that are kind of like collective concepts, how things should be, how a person should be, not in terms of like specifically achievements, but also looks and like how they should behave and everything. But everyone is unique. And being able to kind of remove all that and connect to your true self is again a path. So I love doing that, what I do through my yoga teachings and meditation. But also, I feel like when I support different brands, I also do that in a little bit different way. So when I create like user-generated content, I work only with companies that are aligned with my values. And for instance, authenticity, integrity, creativity, growth. So
Mhm.
I will never put my name behind a company that isn't aligned with my values. So I also kind of show myself through that content I create, but supporting a brand. Or so basically, yeah, I love all that. These are my passions. But most importantly, me connecting with myself and helping others connect to themselves,
Yeah.
whether through different practices or the content I create.
Okay, yeah, I can see how that's the center point of all the things that you do. And that's why those things are like what you enjoy because your passion, they all connect to the passion.
Yes.
And I understand that very well because it works like that for me. And that may be the essence of us creative people.
Yeah,
Have a soul passion and then we have all these like different branches that comes from and goes back to that.
definitely.
Nice. All right, now I want to know what makes you the most happiest.
Well, that okay. I guess many things actually. Like um, the most.
The
That's
most.
I need to think about it a little bit, but
Okay.
in general, I feel like I'm a happy person because even simple things make me happy. I love enjoying good food or like walking in the nature or just having a meditation or visiting new places, spending time with people I love. So basically, there are many, many activities in a day that I can do that make me happy.
Yeah.
Even working on the projects, it also makes me happy. The most I feel like that I would say like self-development work. I
Okay.
love it so much. And there are many facets to it. It's not just meditating, but it's like self-exploration work because learning about ourselves is a unending process which can, yeah, actually be constant for the entire life. So I feel like doing that when I dedicate time to that, it was what makes me the happiest at this moment. But other than that, there are many other things.
Okay, that's cool. And sometimes it's hard to narrow down something that makes us most happy because, as we grow and evolve, then that thing that once made us most happy may not make us most happy anymore. It might be something else. And that's what it sounds like with you. Like you have a lot of things, different versions of yourself that have something that makes you happy. All right.
Yeah.
All right, I have another question. This one's going to be a fun one for you. What what are your pet peeves? Things that just irritate the mess out of you.
Yeah, I think that I'm quite a sensitive person, so I feel the energy of different people in some way. So when I feel negative energy, that irritates me.
Yeah.
But also I know how to deal with it from my own because when everything there are different situations, there are many things happening in the world, there are many things happening even within like I don't know, between friends, within family, in a company. So, how to stay, again, true to yourself, in alignment with who you are, no matter what's happening. It's an art. And
Hmm.
I don't like this kind of like when I feel this negative energy around me, maybe from some people, just situations in general.
Can
But
can
I
can
know
you
how to deal with
explain?
it. Mhm.
Can you
Yeah.
explain that negative energy? Like explain what a negative energy would be.
Yeah, it's just like when you feel like, I don't know, like there is like a project we are working on, and I feel someone isn't really interested or isn't collaborative. The person is there just to, do the job and get money, and that's it. But there is no like genuine passion or interest, or there is no heart there. It's just like this, I guess, idea or goal, and that's it.
Hmm.
So, or there is something that person has negative thoughts towards another person. So it feels like some people feel it more, some people feel it less.
Yeah.
But when it happens, I feel it, but I know how to, I guess, put it um, on a side and not be engaged into that.
Yeah, I could tell. And that's the thing is in your experiences that you've had over your lifetime is what tuned you into being able to tell what the negative energy is. That's why you can kind of gauge the different kind.
For me, yes, but I also know people who were born like this, who are just like very sensitive, they feel it, and it's
Okay.
just, or some people never develop it. I guess it
Mm.
depends. Everyone is very unique.
Yeah.
But for me, yeah, over time, with like all the meditations and everything, it kind of helped me, I guess, be more connected to my intuition in general. And that helps with like projects and everything else.
Have you ever had that energy feeling that someone was negative and then you realize you might have been wrong about that? They kind of surprised you?
Good question. Yes, I think yes in the past because sometimes it's our like past experiences coming up or like oh we think he looked or like a person looked at you a specific way but actually it's just my brain working like this. Yes, it happens, but I feel like the more people practice or like the more people like listen to themselves, they feel the difference. Again, that takes time
Yeah, it does.
difference between intuition and just like projection based on the past experiences.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to know what's the sweetest thing about you? A great personality, so I know it has to be that one thing.
Yeah, I feel like that I get kind of like excited and interested in things quite fast. Like it's really easy to for me to be interested in learning something new. Again, whether through education or different skills or different projects. So I don't know if that can be called like the sweetest thing, but like when I was like a small kid, my mom told me when the first time she was walking with me outside and I wasn't sleeping for the first time. I was like always looking like this and being very excited about seeing a tree or like a person or a sign in a store or something like this. So I think it's a nice trait.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that helps grow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that in you. It's like, and that's the sweetness. That's the glow that you have right there. Is because you from a child, you already just you absorb your experiences in with a love for it. You know, it's like you see a tree and you love a tree, and a lot of people just pass trees, right? They don't like it's a tree. You know, you're like, oh, a tree, a cloud. I've been that kid too, so I can understand.
Oh, yes. I feel like many kids are like that, and then when we grow older, we kind of, okay, that's not that interesting, but yeah, it's amazing to, being connected to that inner child and nourish the inner child from time to time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this question I want to know. This is a very important question to me, and I think I will be asking everyone this question that's on the show. And this question is, if you could go to the past, you, and find a young you, what is one thing you'll teach yourself?
I love this question because I feel like it's very important to, pass. I mean, even if in the physical reality, we cannot just pass this knowledge to our past self, but we can pass it through other people who will be listening. So I feel like I would say you're worthy, you're enough, you're loved because as we grow, as I mentioned, there are so many kind of expectations, can be from parents or from family, from society, where you grow, or like how you should be, what is considered cool, or like what you should achieve. And we try sometimes to kind of fit in. If we don't fit in, we feel like, oh, we are a little bit different, we are not worthy yet until we achieve this and that. But the most important part is, as I mentioned, everyone is unique, everyone is beautiful, and everyone is worthy. And that message of like, you're enough, you're loved, you're worthy is very important. And it would be very important for me if I heard that in the past.
Okay, and I was kind of going with that too, because I'm thinking, okay, if you do tell yourself that in the past that you're worthy and stuff, do you think like just picture yourself in a time machine and you go back to
Mhm.
when you were a little kid and you told yourself that now who you are right now, do you think that information would have changed you in any kind of way? And if how?
Very good question. Very good follow-up question. I hope I hope it would change me, but I feel that that version of me would start asking questions like, why do you think so? Show me the proof. And maybe if there's a time machine, I could show a proof or like different examples, not maybe specifically my examples. I can show other people's examples because there are so many examples out there. And so I would do my best to change her perspective, but I'm sure she would probably ask questions that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what are something that you can give to people just right here that you think can inspire them as far as from your life and your experiences? I see you doing yoga, you have a marketing company. That has to take a lot to run a company about marketing because you really have to take other people's ideas and use your skills and make it something that other people like. So it's like a in and out right there. Give us something that could help us with understanding that.
Yeah. Okay, just to confirm that I understand the question correctly, are you asking how I can help other people with all the things I do or something else?
Yeah, I'm asking you, how can you some advice that you could give people from your experiences of
Mhm. Okay, yes, thank you. The advice, I believe that main advice, you shouldn't try to fit yourself in one box because there are so many things that if a person tunes into himself or herself and their values and their passions and interests, they probably will find out at least a couple of things that they are very interested in and passionate about. So, and there are ways and opportunities always. Our world is so open now that you can try many things at the same time. It doesn't have to be like multi-million dollar company the second day you do it, but you can try and explore and test because each person is like this. It's like a diamond, like a gemstone with many facets. And one, like if someone works in the corporate world, it's just one little facet, like 1% of that person who is like a big universe. So exploring all these facets and in a practical way. Like if you are passionate about, don't hesitate or don't be afraid to try it at least. And then who knows, maybe it will grow in something bigger. But don't limit yourself to only one activity or one industry or one, I guess, identity. Um, because just be brave enough to try more. That's my message.
That's a great message. I'm gonna follow that myself. Good. Okay. So we're gonna pretty much end it, and before we do, I want you to just um let everyone know, how they can find you, if you have something special that you're working on that you want to shout out, or maybe shout out your best friend or something like that. But the floor is yours.
Yes, so I have my Instagram, follow by Anastasia, where I post content, again, yoga related or like UGC related or modeling related. So it's many, many things. My marketing agency is called Story Current Marketing Agency. And as I mentioned, I'm now building this online health and wellness platform, which I don't have a link yet, but once I have it, I will put it on my Instagram profile. So, and saying hi to all my friends and my colleagues and my partners. And basically, I'm very grateful for everyone in my life. And I'm very grateful for you and this interview and this opportunity to share a little bit of myself with people who will be listening. And I hope that, yeah, it was helpful or at least encouraging for people.
Yes, I appreciate you for coming on the show as well. As soon as I said it, you was like, "Yo, I need to be on that," and I love that energy. You said we was talking about good energy,
Yeah.
and this show will attract a lot of great energy. There will be more models on here. There's going to be producers, directors, photographers, like everyone working in the realm. So keep tuned in, because you might meet some people that you work with or you will work with in the future. Because I really want to make this like our little world that we all find out who each other really is. A lot of times we're out there, like I met you at a fashion show, you saw a photographer, but
Yes.
you don't know I have an actual movie that I wrote, directed, and produced that's out on streaming. So we don't know who each other are until we get to know. So this is going to be a way for us all to do so.
Yes, and I'm very excited for your project.
Thank
As
you.
you mentioned, it's all about connectivity. It's about us learning about each other, connecting, and building this community of creative people. So thank you so much for starting this and doing this.
Awesome. Well, you have a great day, night, evening, wherever we drop this. We want to see what time it
Yeah.
is. But you have a great time. It's been my pleasure. And I'll see you at one of those fashion shows. I know I'll probably run
Yes.
into you again, like, cut, cut.
Yes.
Okay, thank
See
you.
you soon and thank you.
You too.
Bye.
Tune in, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Keep them comments coming too. Have questions for me to ask on the next episodes.